Let's start again. The video cut off and I got off the bus, so I don't know where it cut off. Could have cut off before I got off the bus here, or way before that, or so I'm going to take another video. So back there was some kind of a tent with some kind of, I don't know what it was, but I'm going to have a look if I can cross, that is. I could have taken the bus to all the way to the railway, but I've decided, oh gosh, the crossing's over there. Oh dear. Well, I'll just wait for the cars to pass and I'll go. So, yeah, the railway is actually back that way, but I will take a walk. Being the tourist. So yeah, obviously there's something going on up there, and it might be what I think it is, but I also want to try and find that sea lion. The sea lion's out there. It's a 407, so different buses going to different places. Yeah, a lot of people up there. I want to see what's going on. But this is Garry Point. Yeah, it's a long walking trail. Okay, let's pick up the pace. I have no idea what time it is. I'm just going to keep walking, and hopefully I'll have enough time to do what I want to do. So viewers of my channel, go back a bit in my channel, there is footage, I believe, of a couple of things that I caught on video of Steveston Village. There was the sea lions and feeding time, and also there was, I think, some other footage of general Steveston Village, but I really want to know what's going on here because I haven't been to this part of town. Fishing forever. Alright, let's see. Wow. So what's going on? Is it a fish sale? Help make something. What is going on? What is that? That's disgusting. Ooh. Looks like a big lump of poo-poo. Small is mighty. What is this? Steveston Harbour. What's this? 6th Avenue. Alright. What is going on? Vancouver Fraser Lions Club. Okay, so what is this? What is going on? Can we actually go down there? Let's have a look. Wow, you need glasses. It's so glary. So yeah, this is a part of Steveston Village I actually haven't been to. So I'm not sure where actually I'm going. I think it just leads onto the trail, which is a walking trail. I'm hoping, and it should go straight down to the boats. But yeah, I don't know what they were doing up there. I'm going to put my compass card away just in case I lose it. I only have one. Yes, I've walked along here before, but I haven't actually seen that sign because I usually go just straight down this area. Industrial exercise. What? Industrial area exercise caution. Okay. Right. Steveston Village. Yeah. So I usually just go straight down there. But usually there's no cars going down this end because it's towards the Cannery Museum. And all the motor vehicles go towards the car park. Pretty safe to walk around here. So what you'll see down here first to the right is the cannery, the old cannery. It's now a museum. You actually can go in on tours, and I think there's an entry fee to get in, but it's pretty cold in there actually, being a ex-cannery, ex-salmon cannery. I think it's really cold in there, and I have done the tour. I'm not going to do it again because I've done it a couple of times. And along here you'll see a lot of fishing equipment. There's a lot of crab traps, other fishing nets, and just a whole lot of stuff that the fishermen use on their boats. And past this you will actually see the village, and then past the village there'll be some fishing boats that are selling their seafood, either frozen or freshly caught. The thing that's always abundant is the little school prawns. Well, they're too small to be real prawns, so I would consider them to be the equivalent of a school prawn. So here's another view. Sometimes you'll see filming in this area as well, in some of these fenced off properties, and sometimes you'll see art along the walls too, which is, there's not a lot here at the moment, but you sometimes see a lot of murals that are put up on these blank canvases here on the sheds, the sides of the sheds. Today it looks like it's a little bit boring. I don't know what about this sign, British Columbia wild salmon. When I went shopping there was no salmon that was local. It was all imported from US, they say from Alaska, but I don't think so, and from Norway and other other countries, basically. None from Australia, unfortunately, and none from New Zealand, I think, but a lot from Europe, from Scandinavia usually, and from the US and Alaska, I believe. It's a cute little hut, but I think it served that purpose at one stage. I think it might be storage now. It's old boats. So this is probably the border of the village just now. There's a it says administration there, but I don't know, administration probably for the cannery, but beyond this there usually is a bathroom, like a toilet block, and that will be just around here in the corner somewhere, I believe. So a little bit of artwork here, not much, probably made by school kids. And here is the cannery. Yeah, the toilet block's just down there where that blue building is. So Gulf of Georgia Cannery is just here, and it's a museum that I was talking about. There's nothing really happening during the winter, but on weekends there could be, because they usually have a lot of tourists and a lot of locals coming in to have a look. So I actually can go in and have a look at the store, but I don't have to do the tour if I don't want to. So I'll just go in and I'll do a video on what it's like inside this old cannery, which is now a museum. Lovely white buildings with a lot of slats and a little red trim. So there you go. The smell in here is very, very strong. It smells of oil or something. But this is the store, and I usually get stuff from here. See a lot of little relics from the past here of the cannery. I don't believe they even have a washroom here. So a lot of salmon products and a lot of native products, native food products. My favourite thing to buy is not the canned tuna or salmon, but it's actually the pate in a can. They've changed all the labelling on these. Smoked white sturgeon. Okay. Yeah, I don't think they have that pate they usually have in a can here, or maybe they do. No, it's teas. And that's just like the spices that you use, the spice rubs. I think Old Bay is the one that everyone uses for seafood. And yeah, it looks like there's quite a few people that are going on the tour. But it is a very interesting tour if you go on it. As I said, I'm not going to go on it again because I've been on it before. Thank you. I'm just here to see the village and also the ships that are coming, all the boats that are coming with all the seafood in it that you can buy off the boats. So it's quite a big cannery, although not all the rooms are probably, all of the building is open to the public. But that's it, the whole thing, and around the corner as well. So some engravings of the type of fish that is caught. Most of them very familiar to people, especially cod, tuna, salmon, sole, halibut, and the hake as well. So the British Columbian flag, British Columbia flag, sorry. Yeah, there's some museum gift shop. And there's a Scotiabank here as well. There's Scotiabank everywhere. Washrooms. They've even put a lot of murals here that are related to fishing. So these would have been the overseas, usually Asian, Japanese, maybe Filipino, maybe Chinese, that came over to work in the packing factory or in the packing line of the canneries. And the men would have been the ones that went on the boats to catch the actual fish. So that particular painting mural there, that's Fraser River, the Fraser River salmon, is actually the original well, it's a replica of the original, what do you call it, wrap that went around the can. And I actually have that, I think, some of my cans that I've kept from past years, because I used to have these old salmon cans I used to make into money boxes and wrap around it. And then they swapped to getting them made elsewhere rather than using the supply up that they had of the old tins here. So now none of them, I don't think any of them are actually from the factory here, the originals. They're all made somewhere else and then imported into Canada to this place here to sell off as money boxes, and with a different wrapper as well. Which is printed not in, I don't think they're printed in British Columbia either, they're probably printed in Alaska or somewhere. So there's an example of a, it's one of the reels that have the fishing nets on them, or the ropes. And now we come to, just giving you some information on the Steveston Greenways and the Steveston Trail system. Before I leave. So now we're getting towards the actual village, which is down here, and also just down there where the orange little, the building with the orange awning, you walk down there and that's where all the boats are that come in that are selling their seafood. So what else can I tell you? Oh, that's a nice building on the see, part of the cannery. It's that building there. It's quite nice. Okay, let's talk about Steveston and Richmond in general. Okay, so around Garry Point and around the area towards the opposite end of the village, there's a walkway as well, and that walkway is full of, you'll see there's a lot of dikes around. It's because all this area around the airport is actually, or close to the airport and around this area is reclaimed land. So it's swamp land. There's a lot of water and a lot of flooding going on. Sometimes I come here and I see that the park, Garry Point, or not so much down the other end towards the old fishing village, but down towards Garry Point, there is actually puddles of water, and sometimes these puddles can be really, really deep with water, so they become flooded, and that's typical of this area. I don't know how else to explain it, but unless I see it. But yeah, this year it's a little drier, I think, so it's not so much of a problem. And today is so beautiful. So I think the sun is going to set soon because it's around 2 or 3 o'clock. It sets really early. It gets glary very early, so I should be wearing sunglasses, but I'm not. It's terrible. Probably need vitamin D anyway. But yeah, this is the wharf area now that we're going to, and then we're going to walk through the village towards the creepy bakery, and then also if I can make it to the railway, which is not a railway but it used to be. So it's very interesting here. Okay, so you will see signs further down, do not feed the wildlife, because often here you see all sorts of sea life, sort of sea lions maybe down the other end, and then this end we have there could be some sea lions. If they are hungry, they might kind of hassle the boats for something to eat, some seafood or something. But you see also swans, seagulls, ducks possibly, and some other kind of life as well. So let's have a look and see if my favourite place to eat is actually still open. It's a hole in the wall, a tiny hole in the wall, and it's called the Village Burgery. Now this is where I had my salmon burger last year. and it is actually quite nice, but I wonder if it's owned by the same people still. It looks like it's owned by the same person, but they had some really nice burgers, and they had a salmon burger, so I might get one later. I don't care for a beef burger, but I do care for a salmon burger, and it's quite nice last year.
But I don't think this connects. The park's that way.
Definitely no whale watching tours today, or any during winter. Usually they're in the summer, spring. Okay, let's come down here and have a look. So this is the sea urchin. Now I think I might actually get some. I don't know how they buy them. I just want one or two to try to see if I'm allergic to them. But there's lots of prawn and lots of frozen salmon, not fresh salmon usually. It's usually frozen. But a lot of prawns. We should see a lot of prawns anyway. Okay, so they've got nothing there for now. So let's see. See, these are the prawns here. They're very small. And they're cuttlefish now, but they're actually frozen. But yeah, these prawns here, they're not quite normal size prawns. They're more like school prawns. I'm going to go for a walk down here and see, because it's less squinty. I'm pretty sure I've done a video on this area before, but today is a particularly good day to actually video. So here we go. So warning: active sea lions in the area. Do not approach, feed or interact with them. Sea lions can be aggressive and they come out of the water onto the dock. And yes, they do. So here we go. Ooh, yum. Salmon eggs, I think. Caviar. Wow. Okay, so down there is actually a boardwalk. You can actually go around and along the waterfront. Just you can see it going all the way down. It ends at the Chinese boarding house, and you turn back and then you walk all the way back here again. I have done it several times. Takes maybe an hour or two, depending on how fast you walk and how far you want to go. You don't have to go the whole way. You can actually stop and come back. But it's recommended that you do the whole walk because it is absolutely beautiful down there. It's the best walk, and a very good scenery, very nice scenery there, and lots of things to stop off and actually have a look at. I don't think I'll have time to do that today. Here's a look at the wharf area. So again, lots of frozen fish in huge freezers. It's a bit bare here. Usually they have a few more boats here. Sashimi. So always have warnings about sashimi and the grade of sashimi. What is that? Oh, it's roe. Yum. Okay, one last boat to look at with some seafood, but this is the view. When the sun sets, it's absolutely beautiful. There is there's nothing. What is that thing over there? Is that a sea lion? There's a little thing floating in the water. But
But I guess there is it Air Canada now?
so in the trees there you can see some dark patches. I don't know if I can zoom in. There you go. There's one there and there's one further down. They are actually birds' nests. Probably, I'd say bald eagles, possibly. I don't know.
Well, it depends on the fish. It's not like if you're going to
But
Australia.
really,
yeah,
really
you're
beautiful.
kind of screwed with the fish. But we're going to Edmonton, so if it's not freeze it really quickly.
You just take one right out of the freezer, can throw it.
So glary, so beautiful. But there you go. There's some numbered boys there on that boat over there, the fishing boat.
Well, maybe look at we're coming for you don't fish.
Wow. So again, do not feed the sea lions. So they are very, very aggressive, and I have seen how aggressive they are. Hopefully one won't pop up here. It's a little bit cold for them, I think, but you never know. I have been around the area at this time of the year. Okay, what have they got here? This is frozen stuff. That's tuna, fish roe, and salmon. All selling the same things. I hope that hump out there is not a sea lion. Line, hook and line, okay. So no to farm salmon? Yeah, farm salmon's not good. Okay, so they had two types of salmon there, which were the coho and what was the other one? It was the Chinook. I think both of them, I think some of those types of salmon that are endangered. Yeah, I think the coho was at one stage. I'm not sure if it still is, but yeah, salmon's hard to find now. Fresh salmon, like from the local area. Most of it's been brought in from international and US, from Alaska, I think. Oh, I want some sea urchin. What do I do with it? It would scream if I bring it back to the hostel. I actually bought some stingray or skate here one year and brought it back to where I stay and cooked it. I don't think there's any stingray this year, and I've tried the prawns too, but I'm actually allergic. I shouldn't be eating shellfish. But I want to try sea urchin. What are these things? These are electrical saucers. Alright, let's see what they've got. So, sea urchins. Oh, little baby ones. Buckets, $2. Yeah. 3 for $20. Oh, selling a lot of them.
And four. Okay, one.
He's handling them with his hands.
Which one is better?
You tell me.
Because last
They're
time
all
I bought
good.
a few, one of it is not, it's, the texture is not that good.
So I'll give you 5 green ones. Too.
Oh, so
40.
40.
Great, thank you.
Are these eaten raw? Are they eaten raw?
Yes, sashimi
Okay.
quality. You can eat raw. Yeah.
But usually, can you cook them, or what happens if you cook them?
Some people add it with scrambled eggs. In the
Yeah,
morning,
that's
add
what I
it
was
to
thinking.
pasta
Yeah,
sauces and,
yeah.
Yeah. Most
how-
people eat raw.
How do you actually open them?
Easiest way to open, you get a knife, just crack it in half. Opens like an egg, crack it
Okay.
like an egg on an egg, same idea.
Yeah.
Smack, opens like an
Okay.
egg. Yeah,
Wow.
quite easy. Got some more I'll pull out here.
Wow. Ooh. Wow, they're alive.
Nice big ones there now.
Ooh, so bright in colour.
Excuse me.
Hi.
How much for 2 big ones and 2 small ones?
2 and 2, we'll say 20, make it easy. Sound good? Yeah.
Could I also like buy a bucket?
We got buckets there for like $2. You got $2, sure. You use a bucket then.
Wow.
Let's grab a bucket if you don't mind.
I think I'll get two. Well, that's a huge bucket.
And 4?
2.
2. Okay, 2. 1, 2. I'll give you 3 because they're small. Great, thank you. There's a lid there too if you need it.
Okay.
Nice day.